Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Everything is Bad New Fangled Motion Picture Show.
Snooch to the nooch, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Newfangled Motion Picture Show. I am Niall, and with me is my not hetero life mate, because that'd be a little weird, co-host Nolan.
Well, wait.
He's not my life mate.
Silent Nolan.
Silent Nolan. Yeah.
But still hetero.
Still hetero. Because he's my brother, and that'd be real weird. But you get what I mean. Hetero, not life mate.
I hope they get what you mean.
Hetero, not life mate. How's about that? Alright? Alright, so in case you haven't figured it out yet, today we're reviewing Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. A direct sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
Which I believe was the last Jay and Silent Bob movie, right?
No, because they had
they had
Clerks 2.
Forgot about Clerks 2. It's a mostly forgettable movie.
Yeah.
This is a better movie than Clerks 2. So we're going to do our normal thing where we do spoiler-free review, and then we give you spoiler warning, then we go more in-depth into it. But frankly, I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie other than it was good.
Yep.
Like, it was better than I expected. 'Cause after Clerks 2, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, just, dumb stoner humor. But there was that. And then there was also just a bunch of other stuff. A lot of, references to Kevin Smith personally and to his work. And
in fact, I recommend you going and watching most, if not all, of Kevin Smith's previous work.
If you haven't seen, particularly Clerks,
Mallrats,
and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Chasing Amy.
Oh yeah, Chasing Amy.
But especially Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And Dogma.
And they've referenced Dogma.
Right,
I think you could get away without seeing Dogma.
If you were to only have to watch one movie prior to this, it should be Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Correct.
But they reference
everything
that they've done, that they've been involved in.
Yeah, I would say Clerks and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back are probably the most important ones to watch before this.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, this was, if you've seen all the View Askew Universe movies, or as I like to call it, the View Askew Universe, then you'll probably enjoy this movie. There's a lot of self-referential humor in there. A lot of you say that's dumb, who would watch that? And then spike the lens of the camera sort of jokes. Some fourth wall breakage there. So yeah, and it's basically Kevin Smith got all of his friends to be in this movie.
That's the way it seems.
I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler to say who all. Well, there's one character.
I mean, look at that poster there on the IMDb page.
Yeah, there's
a whole bunch of.
There is one actor who I think would be a spoiler to say is in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know if he appears in any of the posters.
But it's got. I don't think it's a spoiler to say it's got Matt Damon in it, because he's a pretty bit part. It's got I forget the actor's name, but it's got Dante.
Yeah.
From Clerks in it, and it's just like. Yeah, everyone that Kevin Smith has made friends with in Hollywood, he got to be in his movie, basically. And for the most part, they're real bit parts, real minor stuff.
Yeah, the movie is it's just over an hour and a half, so he doesn't have a lot of time to spend with a lot of the characters, but
yeah,
they're all in there, and it's just kind of a big reunion.
Yep.
Plus some new ones.
Yep. Of course, it's got his daughter in it, because all of his movies have his daughter in it now. Harley Quinn Smith. And yeah, so. Anything else we could say that's not spoilery?
No. So as far as this movie right now, when this goes up, it's having a limited release. There were two nights on Fathom.
Yeah, one was like a special, had a special introduction by Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, and the other one I think was a double feature with Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I I couldn't justify spending all night in a movie theater on a work night.
Yeah, but then they're taking the movie on tour.
We saw it by itself.
And they're taking the movie on tour where you get to sit and watch it with them, and they do a Q&A.
Yep.
And then it's going to get a wider release. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested and have not seen the movie yet.
But yeah, as far as like the actual review goes, it's real easy. If you've seen the Jay and Silent Bob movies, do you like them? You'll like this.
If the answer is yes to those questions.
To those questions, yeah. If not, like if you haven't seen those movies, check them out. They're all over the place. Kevin Smith says all the money he makes from those movies now go to help women's charities because those were all produced by Weinstein. I think everything up through Clerks 2 was produced by Weinstein.
In particular, I think the Wayne Foundation is the one he started that's like a charity for to stop human trafficking and
so
stuff. Anyway,
but yeah, and so they're all over the place. I'm pretty sure they're on that free IMDb streaming service, even if you want to watch it with commercials. So go check them out. They're cult classics, every one of them, except maybe Clerks 2. They're all. I would argue that everything up through Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is like cult classic status, right?
Yeah.
So and they're not an insignificant impact on, at least in America, not an insignificant impact on pop culture. So you should check them out anyway. But yeah, I do recommend seeing
and watch
this
the
movie.
cartoon series.
Yeah, the cartoon series is great.
It's only a dozen episodes.
Yeah, they made
8 episodes maybe.
Yeah, they made one short season and that was it. It'd be a great anime, honestly. But anyway, so I think that's all we could say without spoiling anything. So
yeah, spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Yeah. So Ben Affleck was really funny in this.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's aware, but they had a falling out. Kevin Smith and Ben Affleck did. My understanding is that Ben Affleck told Kevin Smith a lot of stuff in confidence, and Kevin Smith's got a big fat mouth, and he just rambles and talks about anything that comes to mind, and so he spread a lot of stuff that Ben Affleck had intended to be secret, and so they had a falling out, and they hadn't spoken in 8 years before this, but they mended their relationship, and Ben Affleck came in for actually a really important
It was
scene.
actually a really important scene.
I don't know what they would have done otherwise, because it kind of wrapped up Jay's, his character's growth for the movie.
They would have just put someone else in. I mean,
yeah. And a big part of this movie is they find out that Jay has a kid with the woman from the in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, from the terrorist organization that he hooked up with, and she's played by Harley Quinn Smith. Which, I mean, I got to be honest, there's kind of a resemblance in like the long face and the long nose.
Yeah.
But and she takes after her mother and looks. Anyway, it's actually some decent emotional stuff going on there.
Yep. And then still all the like Jay saying like just really ridiculous, outlandish, dumb stuff, and Bob being mostly silent.
Yeah.
Silent Bob being mostly silent. He really pecks on a iPhone though, man. Oh, just bump the mic there.
Oh yeah, the sound effect they use because it's funny, and he brings up his like texting app to type out a message, but he never uses a message, he uses emojis, but it's like takes forever for him to do it, and it's this really like duck,
and he's like poking it out on the screen, and then pauses and like puts his hand on his chin and ponders, and he goes like finger up in the air like I have it now. It pops and it like turns it around, and it's like a crying emoji.
Right, which was funny the first time, and that actually got kind of old.
Yeah, I think I only did it like 3 or 4 times. So it wasn't.
But it's
bad.
always an emoji. It was never like an actual like message.
Yeah. The one, so like every movie, Jay has something, or Silent Bob has something fairly important to say when he actually does talk. In this one, he yells at the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, that was a great scene. Oh, it's the Ku Klux Klan. Those guys ruin everything.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and he has this whole like spiel where he's like,
you guys are fucking up. I'm here to fix this whole mess. If you want to keep your jobs, it's just like complete bullshit. They're all like, what the hell is this guy doing? What's he even saying? Who's he talking about? And it's all just a distraction for Jay to free the girls and hook a porta-john up to the back of their van.
So they can swing the porta-john around and cover the Klan and shit.
Yep. The Ku Klux Klan is an easy punching bag for a movie villain.
Yep. Most people in America will not mind.
Yeah, and
Despite
the people
what CNN says.
and the people who do mind, fuck them.
Yeah.
So, that's Everything is Bad's official stance on the Ku Klux Klan is fuck those guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
On a side note, go see Black Klansman.
I think we did a review on that too.
We did a review on that.
Yeah, that was great. But anyway, so yeah, it's just a lot of like, well, not a lot. There was like definitely some build up stuff where you're like, I can see where this is going, and then at the end of the scene, you're like, oh yep, that joke paid off. That setup paid off. Here's the punchline.
Yeah. One of my favorites though was the cameo from Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, he's the hologram directory at Chronic Con, the Blunt Man and Chronic fan convention, and he's like, yeah, if panels are this way, merch is that way. And
please,
yeah,
please don't try to please don't pretend to hump the hologram. Please don't ask me questions like, can I hold Thor's hammer? All of my wife can degrade me like that.
Yeah, it's a really funny. It's stuff like. He's like, I mean, I've never been in a Kevin Smith movie. I would never be in a Kevin Smith movie.
Kevin Smith bags at himself pretty hard in this movie.
He does.
Because he's the director of the Blunt Man and Chronic reboot.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, they're like, Kevin Smith, you directed that shitty Cop-Out movie? And like people in the theater are chuckling, and I'm sitting there going, I liked Cop-Out.
Yeah. I was the same way. I was like, I kind of liked Cop-Out.
So,
they also made fun of Tusk too,
and Yoga Hosers,
yeah,
which deserve to be made fun of. But anyways, yeah, this was a really entertaining movie. It's got a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, and I'd say that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair score for this movie. It's real campy and at parts dumb and like, sort of nonsensical.
It's a very suitable sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
It really is.
Which is actually a unique film in the Kevin Smith lineup. Like, it's just so wacky and out there, even compared to his other movies, which are mostly comedies.
Yeah.
But Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is so, like, just... It's so screwball comedy compared to the other ones, and this is more along those lines.
So... Yeah, and so I was just thinking about how it's like we were talking the other night after the movie how the first Jay and Silent Bob movie you watched was Dogma.
Yeah, followed by Clerks.
It was my first Jay and Silent Bob movie as well because Dogma was on Comedy Central all the freaking time. Like after I got home from school when I was in middle school, it was always either like Jay and Silent or as not Jane Silent. It was either Dogma or Van Wilder or Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Were like the three movies that were on all the time on Comedy Central.
Dogma would have had to be edited so bad though.
It did. And I was like, oh, this is funny. And you were like, well, there's a whole bunch of movies with these guys. And we went to Hollywood Video, which was a competitor and, in my opinion, a superior store to Blockbuster, and we rented all the Jay and Silent Bob movies that were out at the time, which was everything through Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, except for Chasing Amy.
No, I thought we did rent.
We didn't rent Chasing Amy because the clerk said, "You're not renting Chasing Amy."
Oh,
and we're walking out, and you were like, "Fuck Chasing Amy."
No, I remember why, because it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I had seen all the movies by that point.
Yeah, but you were like, I'm gonna do the Big Brother thing and get my little brother to watch these comedies. These classics.
I knew that you wouldn't enjoy Chasing Amy.
Yeah, I was like 13 at the time, so probably the case.
It's not a bad movie, but compared to the other ones, it's not so much a comedy. There's some comedic stuff, but it's more of a drama,
but like,
and a lot more emotional.
But that event, like going and renting those movies and going home and watching all those that weekend, is an event in my memory. Like I remember that very distinctly, and I think there's just something about these movies that's just fun to watch. You know?
Yeah.
Clerks was very relatable to me when I had a retail job for a while. Sundays were that, just in the store talking about stupid shit, dealing with dumb customers and their weird requests. We didn't have the milkmaid coming because we didn't sell anything perishable, but you know,
they were pulling like the sodas out of the concession.
No, didn't have anyone doing that. Dates. No, but yeah, it was. I don't know. There's something about these movies that like. I don't know. I think anymore it would be hard for a young person to look at these movies and find anything particularly relatable, except for maybe Clerks.
Yeah, especially like Mallrats.
Yeah,
like really, what's a mall?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I really enjoy these dumb movies for what they are, and I do recommend you see this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
So, anything else to say about
Bob Reboot? Nothing else.
All right,
let me wrap it up.
Yeah, so our next movie review, which will be up probably the day after this one goes up, will be for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. So check that out. Hit that alert button so you get a push notification annoying the crap out of you, letting you know when we post stuff. Or subscribe. Go check out other reviews. What was our last review?
God, everything starts to run together.
Yep. Especially now that we're like back in full swing of things.
Yeah.
It wasn't Rambo, was it?
No, it was. That was the one prior to that.
I gotta go look at our own channel.
Joker. I was gonna say it must be Joker.
Yeah, it was It was Rambo, Ad Astra, and Joker. So go check those out. It all runs together, and especially after we had that gap between Rambo and Ready or Not, like. So. But yeah, and then after Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, we will be reviewing Zombieland Double Tap. And that'll go up probably the day after that, right?
Yeah.
I should stop bumping the mic. And then next weekend we've got Lighthouse. Or is it The Lighthouse?
I don't know.
That black and white horror movie with Willem Dafoe and
Robert Pattinson. It's already out in some places, right?
Yep. But we never get the cool limited releases here. So
not early anyway.
Yep.
Or even apparently on time.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we're back into it with like full swing of things. So there's Terminator Dark Fate, of course we're gonna see that. It actually looks really cool. Plus it's a Terminator movie, so we're kinda obligated, right? We reviewed the last one, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Yeah. And I don't know much about The Irishman.
I know we saw it, but I don't remember like when we started doing these.
Yeah, I don't know much about The Irishman, but it's a Martin Scorsese movie with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in it, so
neither of whom are Irish.
Probably, yeah, but it's probably a good movie, right? Like that's a lot of star power there. And then Motherless Brooklyn, I'm interested in. It looks cool, but I can't imagine what working with Edward Norton and Bruce Willis simultaneously must have been like. We got week after that we've got Midway, which hoo boy,
still on the fence about that.
Doesn't look great. Week after that we've got Ford v Ferrari, which looks really good. We've got The Good Liar, which of course we're gonna see. It's got Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen in it. And then I believe it's the week it's the weekend before Thanksgiving that Frozen 2 comes out, I think. And then the month of November gets rounded out with Knives Out. Which looks kind of like Rian Johnson trying to make a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, kind of.
So, but that'll probably be good.
It looks good.
Yeah, and then I mean, December's full of stuff too. I mean, we'll get to all of it because we got Star Wars in there. Of course, you're gonna be seeing that. So yeah, that's what we got coming up. So if any of that sounds of interest to you, subscribe, hit that alert button, like the video or dislike the video. Thumb this crap down. I'm fine trending because we're the most downvoted video on YouTube. That's fine.
Yep.
After there's like some Justin Bieber thing and I think the announcement trailer for that Diablo mobile game or something like that are on there. So yeah, that's what we got coming up. So anything else?
No.
All right. Until next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Nooches.